Welcome back, boils and ghouls, to the Theater of Blood horror show. I am one of two hosts. I'm Tony.
I am Matt. And
And
then apparently there's a third host? What? No.
Is there?
No.
The power of Christ.
It's Elmo.
We are here. We are back for another short film review. And just to let you know, we promise you next week we are going to record another feature-length show.
Yes.
Full
Full
show,
cast.
not feature-length. Yeah.
We got some ideas kicking around. We'll save it.
We'll give you a full one here. People have been asking. And but right now we promised you reviews, and here's another one. This is our third review for the podcast, and it is of the new film from Brian Bertino, the director of The Strangers, a film I love.
Yeah?
Love that film.
Yeah.
And
Earned it place.
yeah, it's called The Monster. You want to start?
Monster.
Matt?
Sure, I can start. This is a story about a mother and daughter relationship where the daughter is more of the parent and the mother is more of the child. And they are taking a road trip to take the daughter back to her father, who is going to be assuming all parental control.
Yeah, the
child.
mother is a apparently raging alcoholic.
Yeah, can't control herself. Maybe some other drugs involved.
Yeah.
There are some things that hint at that.
Yeah, that was vague, but I think you're right.
Right, but I will say being vague is one of the things that I enjoyed about the film, and I'm going to start off by saying overall, I liked it. Anthony. I thought it was good.
Overall, and then we'll get into the film. If I had a gun to my head, yes, I liked it. But I had some issues that we'll get into. But it was more positive than negative, yeah. Like if we just had to go thumbs up or thumbs down, thumbs up, certainly.
I would say.
But a marginal thumbs up.
It was far from perfect, but
yeah.
Far from bad.
And
I've seen a lot of bad lately, so this was
and just to
somewhat refreshing.
Let everybody know, this is our third review of many, but we just started doing these short movie reviews for you. And our first two were completely negative reviews. So I'm proud to say that even though I didn't love this one, that you're getting two positives this time, folks.
Yeah, and our previous reviews were The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which I didn't hate.
Didn't hate that, but
it had ultimately
a
great build-up.
Became much ado about nothing there.
Yeah, it just fell apart in the end, and then the other one was...
The first one we did was XX.
XX, the female-directed, produced entity, and I wanted to like it.
Kind of so much.
On those reasons, like, strong women.
Finally, give strong women something to do.
And I've seen strong women make strong horror films.
Catherine Bigelow, we're talking to you.
Yeah, Catherine Bigelow, I love you. This was not it. That was not it.
No, that certainly wasn't it.
We're not talking about that.
But we're not talking about that.
We are talking about The Monster.
Yes. The Monster, and basically
The Monster.
You did the setup. So the little girl's going to live with her dad, and they're driving on this road that nobody uses anymore because this is a horror film.
Right.
So they're driving on it.
One of those anonymous roads in America through the woods.
Right. And it's raining a lot. I don't know where this was set. I don't think it ever said. I'm guessing maybe they filmed it in the Pacific Northwest or upper New York. Or
yeah, it seemed to have
matter.
It was tall northern trees. It seemed.
Yeah.
It seemed like a northern tree type.
Yeah.
And I will say one thing real quick because you mentioned the rain. I thought it was refreshing that they kept the rain. Yeah, and it wasn't like a one portion type thing to build one scene or atmosphere, and then all of a sudden, what happened to that storm? It's gone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
No, they kept it rainy and
it rained the whole time.
Pretty much the whole film. Yeah.
And gave and added, of course, and I'm sure that's why he kept it raining, added to the ambience of the piece, if you will.
I felt so.
Yeah. But they. when they're driving on that road that nobody drives on because it's a horror movie. Uh,
Wrong turn.
Yeah. It's a confusing scene, and I think we were thrown off at first, but later come to find out that there's a reason he made it confusing. We're not sure if they had a blowout, if they hit a wolf, or they started hydroplaning.
What was the reason for
what was the
car
reason?
being incapacitated
Exactly.
on said back road?
And this is not a spoiler because, hey, read the title. A monster knocked him off the road.
Yep.
That's right. And the rest of the movie is the two of them in the car. There's a tow truck driver and some ambulance, some paramedics that show up. We won't get into all that. Sure,
Yep.
people can probably figure it out.
Send more
paramedics.
Ah, that's what it was. We were talking about this earlier, and it was send more cops, send more police officers.
That's what I said.
It was send more paramedics.
No, it was send more cops in Return of the Living Dead.
No, it's send more paramedics.
Folks, you heard it here, and when we're off air, I'll prove I'm right to this man, but you heard it here. It's send more cops.
It's send more paramedics.
Right. $1. $1 on that.
$1.
$1.
Right, we got a $1 bet
Okay.
going.
$1.
Hey, guys, chime in on
if this was live, I'd say call in, folks.
Yeah, please. I know I've won this. For
I
once.
got $1. All right. Anyway, but back
I got
to it.
$1 in my pocket too. I can
Right,
literally
yeah.
give you the dollar. We're gonna look this up.
We will.
This is better than the NCAA brackets right now for me.
To me, it is.
Well, actually, I'm in first place in my bracket. So
I could give as Nicholson says in Witches of Eastwick, I could give a wombat shit about the college anything. Anyway, the monster.
He hates college.
I hate college.
Fuck education.
Yeah.
And children too.
Yay, go Betsy DeVos. Kill it all. The monster.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
But the monster knocks them off the road, and it's claustrophobic for a while, but he wisely gets people out of the car. And because it's white people in a horror film, they go all the way to the woods.
Yeah, that's true.
Where the monster is.
Now, granted, they never go too far. It's not like they're
it's to the
venturing
edge.
out, and they just walk off the side of the road a little
Yeah.
bit and venture out.
Yeah.
And yes, white people are that stupid, but I would also argue that people don't actually believe that there's going to be a monster out there.
This is true.
So them walking to the edges of the woods to see what's out there isn't outside of the realm of possibility.
No, I'll give you that.
Believability.
I'll give you that. And it's silly for me to argue reality in a horror film called The Monster.
The Monster.
So, But we don't want to give too much away. Save to say that all the action takes place on the road at night, apparently a six or so hour stretch.
Right.
It
small set. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
And wisely done.
He uses natural light. I'll give all the positives, and there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
He uses natural light, which is lack of. Like, there are moments when it's hard to tell what's going on. You have to really, and that's great. Because
I agree. Yeah.
And again, no
100%.
spoiler here, the monster does show up in a movie called The Monster, and you have to sometimes wait. Is that the? No. Okay, that's a monster.
Yeah. and I can appreciate that because we have all seen the day of the cliched, the monster in the background, the monster you never see, the Blair Witch, so to speak. Right. Which I love the Blair Witch, and had they shown it. It wouldn't have been scary.
Would have been
worse, Blair Witch 3 or The Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Don't show me anything, please.
Right. But no, that was good. And the monster itself was a guy in a suit, and it completely works.
Yeah, no CG.
No CGI in this entire film.
Yep.
He might have painted the clouds a little bit, the rain clouds, but other than that, that's what
I'm
CGI
sure
should be used
color
for.
corrections
Yeah,
and things
and that's
like that,
what it should be used for.
Right.
Paint your backgrounds.
Right. Don't create a character that isn't there.
Yeah. And it was practical effects, and it worked, and the creature looks great.
A very, very effective creature.
Yeah.
I'll Feast.
A la Feast.
You know, with the very
yeah.
serrated, sharp
Yeah.
teeth and the kind of, I don't know, dinosaur-esque
Yeah.
mouth.
And
Long snout.
I'm glad you said that, dinosaur-esque, because his growls were kind of like the T-Rex in the Jurassic Park films.
Yeah. In other movies, they look.
Yeah. But all that was great, and there's some real edge of your seat stuff there.
There is.
And the performances are top notch for a horror film.
Both the
mother
both
and the daughter.
leads.
Yeah, the daughter is phenomenal. She kind of takes the acting prize.
Yeah.
For the movie.
And how old was she when she did this? I mean, I guess
I'm
we
not
can
sure.
look this up. But
yeah, her name was Ella Ballantine.
My guess is pre-teen to early teen.
Well, we don't have a birth date on her, so
Okay.
we don't know. But yeah, she's probably around, I'd say, 12 to 14 age.
Yeah, when shooting this. Yeah, she was
she's
pre-teen to early teen.
I tell you, she shows some acting chops. She's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so is the actress who plays her mom, Zoe Kazan, granddaughter of the great director Elia Kazan.
Oh.
And she's
Elia Kazan.
Yeah.
Of what films?
Of On the Waterfront. I shouldn't have to say this to people listening, but this is a horror group.
Yeah.
So, director of On the Waterfront, Splendor in the Grass, A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh,
Elia
Streetcar
Kazan,
Named Desire.
That
that little film?
Yeah, some small films that you may not have, that may have been overlooked in their day. He brought Brando to the fold. He brought a new style of, he brought the method acting to the screen.
Yeah.
He's responsible for Brando, James Dean, Montgomery Clift, all of them.
Monumental.
Yeah.
Director.
And
so his granddaughter
is the mother in this film. It's a really good performance that could have been one note.
Solid performance by her.
Mother, yeah.
And I like how they didn't overplay that she was remorseful about her situation. They let the situations that they filmed show that. And I'm always more a fan of don't spoon feed it to me.
Right.
Let me come to it of my own, realization.
Yeah.
And that was very good. You can see her love for her daughter, and you can see how she's a fuck-up parent.
Yeah,
at the same time.
And she hates that she is. And
that she hates that she's a fuck-up parent.
She plays it well. That could have been such a cliched performance, and it was really well done. It was a lot of people use this phrase, and I don't buy into this, but a lot of people say it was acting that was better than the deserved for a film of this type. I don't buy into that. I think good acting is good acting in whatever kind of movie. But most people would say, seeing this film, those are two performances that, wow, they're in a horror movie,
Yeah, because I think we've all seen films where we're like, that film was complete shit, but that one part.
Did you see
that guy? He was awesome.
But no,
this
were
wasn't
great.
like that.
No, it's wonderful. I'm not sure. A negative for me. They kept. We had it already. We knew from there's an opening setup, the very opening of the girl getting up the next morning, having to clean up after her drunk mom.
Which very quickly established what was going on.
It's established, and we see their relationship.
Yeah.
It's established. Yet he keeps giving us flashbacks that we don't need. We don't need them at all. Because we already know. We know through dialogue, we know through actions, we know through the whole opening. We know she's a bad mom.
I can see your point.
And that's why she's going to live with her father.
I can see your point, but the flashbacks were building towards the ending.
I understand that.
And, was it as powerful as showing flashbacks from, say, a movie like Arrival recently? Which was fantastic and pulled everything together.
You want to do flashbacks? Actually, or were they flash forwards?
Flash forwards.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Hey, watch out there. But I felt the flashbacks served their purpose. Maybe they were a little more set up, than awesome story, than entertaining film. They were more set up, but setup's needed.
Like the one scene where she was trying to take her daughter to the play, and they ended up, I hate you, fuck you, I hate you, fuck you. Like, we don't need this. I get it.
I can understand that had nothing to do to drive the plot.
No, it didn't.
Any further. No. But I liked that scene. I thought it was authentic.
Well, I mean, it was a well-acted scene.
Yeah, they really seemed real. Like, and I think that's why ultimately the director kept it in, and it didn't detract. It didn't detract.
No, it didn't detract.
It didn't drive, but it didn't detract.
If maybe just that flashback with the flashback of her trying to quit drinking, those two would have been fine.
Yeah,
but we got like four
drug scene.
Yeah, but we got four flashbacks of her being a bad mom. We understand. Right. We know she's an addict. We know.
But the other parts of those flashbacks were, though I'm a bad mom, I do actually love you.
No, I know, and you saw that, and the whole thing with her mother's watch, and you said there was enough that I didn't need all these flashbacks.
Right. I was just talking about how I don't like to be spoon fed, and you're talking about how they're spoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
But that was a main detractor for me, because he had that once they got stranded on that road. Mm-hmm. Keep us on that road. We know all the backstory. And just when you're like, oh man, okay, we gotta sit through another one of these. Okay, we're back. That took me out of the moment. And then I think with the whole rest of the movie, which was fine, it became a little tedious because I've seen it done much better and much more edge of your seat. But at the same time, I still enjoyed it.
I can agree to that. It got a little long in the tooth in the same setup.
It got a little too, and I mean this in a positive because I like M. Night Shyamalan. It got a little too Shyamalanian.
I like some of what he does.
Yeah, I agree. But it got a little too Shyamalanian. There were long shots of them looking out the window.
Yeah.
Looking here, walking very slowly back.
I'm going to say that I don't mind that.
No, I don't.
I
actually
think Hollywood needs to go back to a little bit more of an established shot.
I agree with that, and I'm in full agreement with that statement. Yeah. It was just for what he was doing here.
Nowadays, we're catering to a popcorn,
we're trying to be so fast
YouTube audience where, if you're not entertaining me for 2 minutes, I'm on to the next thing. And sometimes to build something of substance, you have to establish it
Well,
first.
Of course, but with the route he was taking,
yeah, there were some slows.
It started to be a little, and I don't mean boring. I just mean, all right, your character, this isn't working, because I don't think they would slowly turn and then slowly do that.
We literally commented to each other. In one scene, it was like, no, I'd run out, grab those keys, and I'd be gone.
Yeah, no spoiler there, but yeah, there's so many scenes where they could have maybe gotten away, or just wrote it out, if you will. Mm-hmm. But no, those are my only negatives. It wasn't a great film, but it was a film I enjoyed. Not sure I could watch it again. I would own his Strangers. I would probably not own this.
I don't know. I think I could watch this again if I gave it enough time and appreciate it. The emotional aspect to it was not poorly done.
No, that was the best part of it, frankly.
Yeah,
the creature design and the emotional
mother-daughter
relationship. Yeah.
It was well done, and for those reasons, I think I could easily watch this again.
Well, okay, yeah.
I think I could.
I mean, someday I could watch it again, and I wouldn't be bored. But here's one main problem I had. it wasn't scary.
Yeah,
And
there
just
were no frights
no.
to this. There really weren't.
I thought I just brought a reality
you crashed a reality down on me. As a horror lover,
in a horror
I'm not
film
sure I love this as
called
much now.
The Monster.
No, I loved it for
scary.
the entertaining story, but you're right.
And
no
mind
scares.
you and I are jaded. We've seen it all.
Yeah.
Every which way but loose. Touche. But we can still get creeped out because we're fans of the genre. So
and it just takes that minuscule feeling.
Yeah. It follows Creep Me Out.
If there was one moment, damn, this is a spoiler. Can't say it. Never mind.
All right, we'll move on from that. But I don't even know what he's getting ready to say, ladies and gentlemen.
I was going to talk about, if there was one thing that I was like, oh, all right, now you did something in the horror genre.
You can tell me off mic.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. But that was kind of had to be done. He whispered it to me. But no, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, it wasn't scary, and just when it would get edge of your seat, they would stop it.
Yeah.
And be like, here we go. Oh.
Yeah, it was
kind of like Godzilla in the Godzilla remake. There he is, and he's gone again.
There he is, a shadow in the corner.
Right.
Way over there.
And then a big shot of him roaring. Yeah, right there. And he's gone for another 20 minutes. Yeah. But it just wasn't... it was lacking for me, but at the same time, positive. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I can hear you. Here's what I liked about it. It was well paced. It did not really have a slow moment. I know we're talking about the flashbacks, but the flashbacks are fast, and they do establish more of the character development.
No, I understand. I was just saying we didn't need
something. No, but I agree. I just talked about spoon feeding, and that was spoon feeding.
Yeah.
It was. But acting superb. Lighting, I really enjoyed. You talked about this earlier, using the natural light on the outside. But there's no such thing as natural light when you're shooting a movie. They made it seem like natural light.
Of course, no. But there were a couple of shots where they didn't light it.
I'm sure there was lighting. It's just we didn't see it. We didn't notice it. And to make it feel like they're in the middle of the woods and it's natural light.
No, there were a couple of shots that you could tell it wasn't lit.
Oh, where it was like extremely dark and
I can't explain them because it's a spoiler. But he did not use fake lighting.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
So lighting fantastic. Acting. Again, we said the two main leads were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really good. Yeah. Really good.
Creature design.
Yeah, creature design was very good. The non-use of CGI. And if you've ever heard Anthony and I do a podcast before, you know how much we love old school practical effects.
You'll hear it again, folks.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
So a lot that I liked about this. A lot.
Yeah.
Actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm actually liking it.
And one thing I love, and this is not a spoiler, don't tune out here, folks. The monster, the explanation, there isn't one. Suck it up. There are monsters out there.
Exactly. There's monsters out there. And that's another thing that I mentioned to you earlier, is this monster, it's not like unconceivable or inconceivable.
I won't do it. I wasn't going to do it. All right.
Oh, come on. Princess Bride. Inconceivable.
Yeah.
But it's not, because it's basically, it could be a bear. It's a mindless...
Well, it's certainly not a bear.
Well, it's just this thing that's big enough to hunt you and kill you, and it's decided it's going to eat you. Doesn't have any, further thought. There's no alternate universe.
There was no nuclear testing that turned a bear into a monster. Yeah.
And you don't need 11 to come and use her psychic powers to destroy it and save the world.
Yeah.
It's just a monster. It's got big teeth, big claws, and it can kill. And it's it's kind of hunting you right now.
And
so,
we need no explanation other than there are monsters out there. And
Yeah.
that's a direct quote.
Yeah.
There are monsters out there in the dark.
Oh no, but horror movies are so much better when you explain everything.
Yeah.
Look at Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6 when they introduce the dream demons and you understand how he got to no, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
so,
over-explain shit.
So I guess we liked it. You liked it a little more than I did, but we both enjoyed it. It was it's a good horror film, and here's a clue on a good horror film. If it's low budget and it's kind of on demand and only showing in 1 or 2 theaters around the country. If it's a big budget Hollywood horror film, then you get a little scared.
Right.
Then you're like, it's not going to be very good.
Yeah.
And mind you, I'm excluding The Conjuring and good ones like that. But yeah, it's this is under the radar. It's on demand currently, and I think it's hitting Blu-ray soon.
It was worth a watch. If you were
It is worth a watch for a horror fan, yeah.
If you're a horror fan, I really don't think will be disappointed.
And we don't get enough creature features, and even though it's heavy on the modern drama, it's basically an old-fashioned creature feature. There's a creature, and it's there, and there you go.
Yeah. And I was worried that the creature would be under-featured.
Yeah, yeah.
But he wasn't.
No, he was featured in this creature featured film. Anyway, I think
worth a watch.
I think we're trying to stretch out the review here. No, yeah, worth a watch. On my 5-star scale, I give it 3.
Yeah.
Solid 3.
I'd say that's right about where it should fall.
That's a thumbs up.
It's a bet above mid-grade.
Yeah, exactly.
It's above mid-grade.
And extremely well done.
Yeah.
And acted, yeah.
No.
So, The Monster.
From cinematography, editing, to lighting, to acting, to concept.
Brian Bertino, director of The Strangers.
What would Brian Bertino do?
Well, yeah, that's weird. It's weird that he has that name. But, 3 stars out of 5. Thumbs up from the both of us.
Yeah.
Thumbs up from the Theater of Blood Horror Show.
So keep watching. Keep being scared. And,
that's right.
We'll get back to you with some more reviews and more cool shit.
We'll have more reviews and show up next week. And stay scared, everybody.
Peace.